Indochino is North America's leading made-to-measure menswear company. Make an entrance in personalized suits and shirts made to your exact measurements in a wide selection of high-quality fabrics, colors, and patterns. And with the lowest prices of the season and free shipping, there's no reason not to enjoy the holidays in style. This week, get Black Friday pricing by using HQ for 70% off the regular price of a made-to-measure suit with free shipping. That's Indochino.com, promo code HQ for 70% off.
Welcome again to Highly Questionable, this happy Heat fan over here. Big victory last night over the Spurs. He came in here all tough. Miami Heat basketball. That's my father. This is Izzy Gutierrez. What do you like on the show today, Izzy?
A little secret. When Tyson Chandler is the first name mentioned on this show, it's a lot of pressure on this guy to bring the entertainment.
Oh, no. Dale, papi.
Is Tyson Chandler really the player who will turn around the Lakers?
This is a funny question. Two teams playing last night that wouldn't be in the playoffs if the playoffs started today. The 4-8 Timberwolves and the 5-6 Lakers, who have traded for Tyson Chandler and won last night against the Timberwolves because they made their most threes of the season, 15 of them. He only gave them 2 points. What I love about this story is the idea that interim general manager, James Jones, a friend of LeBron James who loves him, LeBron calls him the best teammate he's ever had, that guy just sent Tyson Chandler as LeBron James as a gift of help that isn't quite Kevin Garnett and Danny Ainge and Kevin McHale, but is still a nice gift.
Why isn't it quite that? If you remember that trade, Minnesota got back Al Jefferson, a bunch of pieces that nobody really remembers except for maybe Sebastian Telfair, and 2 first-round picks that got them Johnny Flynn and Wayne Ellington. I mean, that was a favor from one former teammate to the other. The difference here is LeBron's still playing, and LeBron just got a huge favor out of James Jones because that team needed defense, and Tyson can still bring you that. It really is an amazing thing to watch, even in a season where you're not expecting the Lakers to do much, that they get this type of gift early in the season.
Tyson Chandler. You know, I used to have a poster of him on my wall when I was a kid.
He did, when he was a kid. And it was strange. It was in Cuba. It was the 1940s. But he did. He had a poster of Tyson Chandler.
He was a star back then.
Yeah.
They play tonight. Who's at the season you are more impressed by, Cam Newton or Big Ben?
They play tonight with an exclamation point. Talk about the football game being played tonight, which is actually an interesting football game. Both of these teams you would like in a matchup to win one game against anybody. Cam Newton this season has been exceptional. His start has been better than the year he won the MVP when we saw him in the Super Bowl. Those skill guys he's got, they are young enough and good enough that offense with Norv Turner is not only a offense that's fun to watch when Cam is working well, but it's also a safe offense, averaging 5 yards a carry. The Carolina Panthers so far this season have been more of a surprise, and their quarterback has been better than Ben Roethlisberger.
It's a little bit of a shame, really, to not give Ben that much credit. When he's on pace for 5,000 yards, he's held this team together despite the Le'Veon Bell drama going on in the backfield and in the locker room. But I'm with you here. Cam has had the more impressive season just based on his history when you compare it. Not only is he having a better season so far than his MVP year, but look at that completion percentage, up around 67%. He is doing that without this group of talented receivers and flinging the ball all around the field. He's somehow doing that despite the fact that he's not having success down the field, and defenses know it's going to be short passes or runs, and yet he's still putting up these amazing numbers. I got to lean on Cam with this one.
Well, I know what is going to happen tonight. James Conner is going to, break a couple of tackles, and he's going to be running for a touchdown at the end of the game, and somebody's going to come out of the crowd, where the fans are, and that guy's going to be Le'Veon Bell is going to tackle him before he gets to the end zone. That's what's going to happen.
He has been spotted working out in Pittsburgh, so maybe this is why.
Is Steve Kerr fair to compare Zion Williamson and LeBron James?
Oh, we just needed to get more LeBron in the show today. So let's go to some awkward Steve Kerr sound where he doesn't really want to be talking about this, but now he's talking about it.
I saw some kid on Duke last night who was pretty impressive. My goodness. I thought LeBron was, that was a one guy, one shot deal, but apparently the next guy's coming. And before I get fined, I'm going to change the subject.
All I care about is that this guy is a bit of a novelty. We have not seen that kind of size with athleticism since maybe Charles Barkley, and this dude is bigger than Charles Barkley. That's what the fascination is. He might not even be the best player on that team, but seeing someone who looks at that age like a man, more of a man than some of the kids that he's playing against, makes him a kind of novelty that makes even the champion pay attention.
Yeah, but frankly, that's a little bit unfair to Zion Williamson, and this is sort of the Michael Jordan phenomenon where we would have people coming, hey, who is the next Michael Jordan? Is it this guy? Is it Harold Miner? Is it whomever is being drafted that can jump, 40 inches off the ground? And now you've got a specimen that we haven't seen before, and all of a sudden you think LeBron as an athlete because we remember LeBron as a crazy athlete in high school and in the early years, which would have been college, but it's definitely unfair. LeBron is so much of a different type of player than Zion Williamson. He's just getting used to sort of having an all-around game or needing one because he was so dominant in high school and not the sort of point guard player that LeBron was. But in terms of just specimens, there really isn't anybody you can throw out there other than LeBron James.
So he's going to be another LeBron, eh? So he's going to lose about 6 or 7 times in the finals, eh?
That's a loser.
That's right.
My father just tacked on an extra loss there that I guess is coming in a future season.
Is Scott Boras selling you on Bryce Harper?
Scott Boras has been waiting for this all his life. Jazz hands, young player. I want to break the market. I want to have a record contract. And after waiting all of his life for this big moment to showcase his young star, he comes out of the box declaring Harper's Bazaar is now begun. It's fashionable, it's historical, it's elite, global certainly, and certainly it has inspirations that deal with great shoes and great hair. Harper's Bazaar in 2018. Nothing is more with it than a Harper's Bazaar reference. Bryce Harper is excellent at what he does. He will break the bank because baseball breaks the bank on young players. But Izzy, I don't see a whole lot of teams lining up to give them their $400 million. There don't seem to be a lot of buyers interested or wealthy enough to do something like this.
Not at all. Buster Olney's telling you the Yankees aren't interested. Bob Nightingale's telling you that the Cubs aren't interested, the Dodgers won't be interested, the Cardinals or the Giants won't be interested. And essentially is telling everyone that he's going to Philadelphia and maybe the White Sox will throw in an offer. That doesn't sound like somebody that's going in with a whole lot of leverage here. A guy who just turned down what now may look like an aggressive $300 million offer because the Phillies, as bad as they need a superstar and want a superstar, might just be negotiating with themselves. So that number's not going to go far north of $300 million.
All Boras needs is a little bit of Phillies and maybe some White Sox, and he'll start rubbing them together like Tom Hanks in Castaway. He'll make fire out of that.
I'm sure that the fans in Philadelphia will understand if he hits 249 again.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, that'll be reasonable about that, right?
Reasonable group of people.
It's okay.
Do you sense Floyd Mayweather is scared, embarrassed, or negotiating?
Oh, this is a funny story here and a weird story where Floyd, it seemed like, was going to go fight mixed martial arts in Japan, but there seems to be, imagine, some holes in the negotiations and the communication. And where you get to is Floyd Mayweather thought, basically, that he was going to be fighting an exhibition of some sort in front of a few very wealthy people, which is a movie I would totally watch with Jean-Claude Van Damme, but is not something that was practical in this situation. When he gets there and realizes, no, they really want me to fight somebody in mixed martial arts, and he's great, and I shouldn't be doing this.
It's all very confusing, and it's what Floyd comes across as, confused. I think we all sort of sense that Floyd Mayweather at this point in his career, which I guess is kind of over, right, because he's retired again, it's anything that he goes about is just a money grab. This, as people in social media have suggested or stories have been written, seemed like a money grab gone wrong, and now he's sort of caught in the air saying, hang on a second, I'm not about to fight some kickboxer who's smaller than me in his prime and undefeated. Floyd Mayweather is all about sure things. This was never a sure thing, and none of the details were discussed in the actual press conference. So this is just a lot of confusion, and it feels like Floyd is trying to cover himself and doing so poorly.
Well, at least he's doing better than Conor McGregor.
He is doing better than Conor McGregor?
Fresh. You the man. You the man. You are the man.
It's like he's never lost in his life.
Of course, that's exactly what he was looking at, of course.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
And that offspring did this to Joel Embiid.
Ouch. He caught a body.
left-handed, a situation that results in a penalty kick.
When tracking the domestic dust bunny, you commonly find them hiding under wardrobes next to lost socks. Don't move too suddenly or they'll scurry off. What's utterly fascinating about the dust bunny is that although they are not actually sentient creatures, when they hear that Geico not only saves people money, but also has a 97% customer satisfaction rating, it's obvious to them you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. Oh no, it's the dust bunny's only natural predator. Run along, dust bunnies, run along.
Time to play the game that gets way too competitive when he plays board games. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, we question them. Is that true?
Last time we played, he just knocked everything down.
Do you question who got it worse, Joel Embiid or Maxi Kleber?
The offspring of a romantic night many years ago involving a Sabonis was handed the basketball last night. And that offspring did this to Joel Embiid.
Ouch. He caught a body.
Left-handed, feeling pretty good about himself. And now we oof.
A little bit of an offensive foul, but that's all right.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, the elbow to the chin, probably an offensive foul. But let's check in here with Donovan Mitchell. What did he do to Kleber?
And they're competing, too. They're competing at both ends.
No mention on what he did to Doncic there, by the way. A couple little sprained ankles right there, but that is dirty.
No, that was much worse. The other one was left hand trying to avoid offensive foul. That was right up in your face. Right hand, right up in your face.
Although that other one by Sabonis was on Joel Embiid, and I'm only now familiarizing myself with Maxi Kleber here, so maybe the dunk on the shot blocker might be a little bit more impressive.
Well, those guys, they got it bad, but I have seen worse.
Oh, a montage of in your face.
Behind the back pass the other way.
That is not a montage. It is one single dunk to represent all dunks throughout all times that have been the most disrespectful. I love that dude gets dunked on, and by the end of it, he's gone from dissolving, from disrespect into genuine joy. He seems genuinely happy to have been dunked on that way.
He can't even open his eyes. He knows how disrespectful that is.
Not only because he knows that disrespectful, but he doesn't know what's going to end up in those eyes if he looks up.
Do you question if the player with the ball made a good play?
All right, Manchester City. This is the player with the ball. He plays for Manchester City, and we've got a situation that results in a penalty kick.
Oh, wait a second.
And no one touched him, and it was just clumsiness.
Is he pointing to the turf monster that tripped this dude? What the heck is this referee looking at? I mean, it is infuriating when it is your only job to be able to see things like that.
The grass went up and cut that guy's foot. But I have seen worse.
No, more.
That's right.
More grass grabbing. Oh, this is worse. Oh, this is some of the best video we've ever played. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, she's still up. She's still up. Oh.
That is a baby deer's first steps if I've ever seen
Penalty
one.
kick. That's it. Do you question if the player with the ball made a good play?
Okay, let me explain something to you. What was just happening off camera there. I am looking into a screen where a man who is embarrassed because of what we're about to do next. He had both of his hands over his face looking at me splayed the way that you would avoid a horror of some sort. Because the only information we've been given is we don't think this is a soccer game. It's just a kid playing soccer against another kid.
That means it's going to be good. Oh, he got him with the okie-doke.
He tricked him. He tricked him. And then
the old chancleta to the top of the net.
It is tremendous.
Look at the anger. He even waited to celebrate until he knew the guy got.
You know, I hate to be mean to kids, but that kid is a real bad goalie. You want to see a good goalie? Try this one there.
This is a good goal.
Yeah, talking about that.
This is a star.
Like Tim Legler tells everyone to quiet down, and then bam!
He made the
got the save, baby.
I don't know why you do that to tiny Timmy Legler. I don't know why you would do that right to his face like that.
I feel less and less bad for this kid every time I see this video.
Hey, college football fans, Kirk Herbstreit here. Whether you're home gating or tailgating this season, score big on Game Day Eats with Eckridge Smoked Sausage. And now you can enter the 2019 Road to the National Championship sweepstakes. You can join me at the College Football Playoff National Championship in Santa Clara, California for a chance to throw to win $1 million. To enter and learn more, visit EckridgeFootball.com. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Sweepstakes ends 12/2018. Contest rules online.
Highly questionable is broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that feels like he has something stuck in his teeth and can't get it out, and it's driving him crazy. See or no?
You tell us what to watch on television tonight. We'll tell you if we're intrigued.
Really annoying.
On the Golf Channel, the Charles Schwab Cup.
Papi, do you know what Fortnite is?
Fortnite is, what is Fortnite?
Okay, he doesn't know what Fortnite is, but there are some dances involved with Fortnite. Let's go out to senior here, PGA Champions Tour.
Make it rain? No, I don't want it to rain. I like this.
Oh, come on.
That was easy.
Jubilation.
Plus. Oh, yeah. Best mates.
Oh, look at this one. Make it rain.
I'm not wiggling.
I want to draw again. I can do this. That's it. Was Bernhard over here? Was he?
Yeah.
That's good.
That's awesome. Hey. Okay.
Wow, that was the long video of awkward dancing. Izzy, are you intrigued?
Oh, the hips on Miguel Angel Jimenez. Woo! But no, you know why? Charles Schwab Cup is really hard for me to say, so I don't want to watch.
Latino fire. Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued, but, I'm very disappointed that Chichi wasn't part of that video, My man Chichi, that's the guy that really makes it happen, you know what I mean? You get Chichi there, and that'll make my day. Look
there
at
it
that.
is!
There it is! That's right.
My father's blowing into an amazing
That's
video.
Right. Look at that shirt, pink, look at that hat. That's it. Look at package. Right there, Chichi. You show them.
Right there, Chichi.
Right there.
Yeah, that'll make you do a different kind of dance.
On Fox Sports Portland, Clippers and Blazers.
Papi, who's that Villanova player you love? Who's that Villanova player?
Dante DiVincenzo.
Yes, he
right.
He got schooled the other day by C.J. McCollum. Not a great time for my father. Let's check this out.
Good shot fake, and that's the threat of knocking down that.
Oh. Never go full turnaround.
Yeah.
Oh, never good.
Why is it that you always hit the shot after you shake somebody like that? It doesn't matter how difficult it is. The shot's going in.
Points in the second half on 11 of 14 shooting. And now it's 27 on 12.
They're a little better up here than they were in college. Izzy, are you intrigued?
Yeah, I'm definitely, for the Blazers, I want to see Damian Lillard keep up that MVP pace.
Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Are you kidding me? Dante DiVincenzo, that's the big ragu, the Michael Jordan of Delaware, he had a rough night because he's still a rookie. But next time, with all the experience he's gaining by the second in the NBA, it's going to be a different ball game with him, boy. He's going to come strong and he's going to show you what he's made of. I'm telling you, mind my words, that's a name that you'll never forget. Dante DiVincenzo in the NBA.
So
the
much
big
research
ragu
on this guy. Tell me more.
It's amazing. It just dribbles out.
Michael Jordan of Delaware.
There it is. That's it.
Or tell me the same thing again.
He used that move, but he'll go back to it. Yeah.
On ESPN Plus, the G League, Raptors 905 and Westchester Knicks.
Jordan Lloyd can dunk. Let's see him dunk. Let's see if in the G League they're giving us anything that's pro quality. Woo!
Not pro quality block attempt, but it's a heck of a dunk.
It has to feel good at that size to do that to someone of that size. Izzy, are you intrigued?
Not so much. It's still the G League on every other play. But little did you know, Jason Lloyd is the Michael Jordan of Vermont.
Papi, are you intrigued? I don't know if that's true or not, but that's okay. Papi, are you intrigued?
See, I'm very intrigued. You know, Jason Lloyd, he thinks that he's a big guy, picking up on a little guy like that. Well, until he gets to the NBA and he has to face the real big guys like Jason, what's his name? Chandler. Tyler Chandler.
Tyler Chandler.
That's right.
There it is. The name from the top of the show. We wrapped the whole show up for you like that. We started with Tyson Chandler, and then it was
I want to see you facing
Chandler.
Tyson Chandler. Go ahead. Face him.
On the History Channel, the season finale of Return of Shelby the Swamp Man.
The Bayou can be very competitive. I remember my days there as a crawfish salesman. It was a very hard time. And so here we go out to this guy, this swamp person, Shelby the Swamp Man, and people are being competitive about fencing off their fishing holes.
In the swamp, blocking a fishing hole's about as crooked as a dog's hind legs.
That's blocking that damn fishing hole, man, for people to fish in. Don't know if there's anything to tie to on it, does it?
Don't look like it.
And Shelby sure as hell ain't gonna stand for it.
I'm about to do some community service. Look out, Junior. Here we go. Get out of the way.
Oh, no.
Damn! Oh my God! Look!
Ow, man!
Problem solved.
Old Captain Ed Orgeron there. That's basically how LSU tried to beat Alabama. Just run at them and break a bunch of wood. Izzy, are you intrigued?
No. 3 words that tend to bring shivers to my spine? Round these parts. I feel like Shelby the Swamp Man says that a lot.
Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But listen, Shelby, he thinks that he's a tough guy because he's just sitting wood. You know, man? I tell you one thing. You show me how you go through a brick wall, and that this is protecting a fishing hole, and then I'll be paying attention to you. Anybody can do that. You know what I mean? Probably that wood is rotten. It's an old wood, has been there for years and years and years. I tell you, you're not showing me anything. You're not the stuff as you think you are. You go through a brick wall, and then you got my attention.
Show me a fisherman who builds a brick wall, then you've got my attention.
That's right. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Check out the radio show, 10 to 1 Eastern, every day on ESPN Radio.
Look at my son. He loves to work with me. Look at him. He's ready.
He's crying.
If you're a smoker, switching isn't easy. You've tried vapes and e-cigs. They just didn't deliver the satisfaction you expected. But Juul is different. It's not an e-cigarette. It's a vapor product that actually satisfies. Plus, Juul is simple to use, and there's no cigarette ash and no lingering odor. As a smoker, you expect a certain nicotine experience, right? Juul delivers. Give Juul a try. Check out JUUL.com/sports. Switch and be satisfied. Yes, you can do both. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
I can't believe it.
That Philip brought his little brother on our mission into orbit.
How long until we get there? How long until we get there? How long until we get there?
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
What's this button do? What's this button do? What's this button do? What's this button do?
Don't touch that! Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.